early days in my career, uh, one of the leaders in my line in accounting, you know, he kind of told me a very good example. I was stressed because I had some deadlines to meet, and probably that was one of the first times in my corporate life I was going to face the board and I had to present something. And he told me, he said, Vijay, look, it's like a sandstorm. It is massive, it is big, but you know how to beat it? Shut your eyes. He said, one grain of sand will disturb, take away your pleasure. But all you have to do is just shut your eyes for maybe 2 minutes, storm is gone, and then you're good to go. He said, that's life. And this is how I think Guru, they teach nice things to you in your life, I suppose.
Two examples.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. And as we say in the modern science, doctors tell us that if you are stressed, sit back,
Yes.
relax, take a deep breath.
Mm-hmm.
It is the same thing.
Yes, yes.
Take a deep breath, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and compose yourself.
Compose yourself.
That's
Yes.
what Lord Shri Krishna is advising
Yes.
Arjuna there. And not only that, he goes further and tells anything giving you utmost pleasure
Yes.
or utmost dukh
Mm-hmm.
or displeasure,
Displeasure, yes.
just ignore them and try to endure them, and you'll go through it. That is, he assures there.
Oh.
And that is a great solace to a person who is in difficulty
Yes.
and under stress.
Yeah.
So Lord Shri Krishna says further, and this victory or defeat, or sense of victory or defeat,
Yes.
is out of our perception.
Mm-hmm.
Because we perceive
Yes.
that because of factors X, Y, Z,
Mm-hmm.
we are getting this victory.
Yes.
Or opposite to that, because of factors A, B, C,
Yep.
we are getting defeated.
Yes.
Yes, those factors are responsible, but that doesn't stop our life.
Okay.
Take a stock of them,
Yep.
take a deep breath,
Yep.
so you'll be able to understand them better.
Mm.
Lord Shri Krishna further compares victory with pleasure
Mm-hmm.
and defeat with displeasure
Displeasure,
or
yes.
dukkha, as we
Yes.
say.
Yes.
And he says they are mere guests in your life.
Mm-hmm.
You should treat them as such. We don't treat guests as family members.
Yes.
Therefore, we treat them like guests.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. All this stress, the causes of stress are our guests.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So treat them accordingly.
Yeah.
We treat our guests with honor.
Yes.
We entertain them.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, we don't make them part of our family members.
Right.
We
Yes.
keep them a little bit away from us.
Yes.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't want to get our own life affected by them.
Yes.
And that is precisely the advice there is.
Mhm.
Any items coming in or giving us stress,
Yes.
we want to keep them away.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want them to affect our personal life.
Yeah.
And
right.
that is what is a lesson out of that. And one needs to train his mind to treat both the feelings of happiness and distress in the same way.
Yes.
It is hard. It
Mhm.
is not easy to do that.
Of course.
Learning that art equips one to remain steadfast in any situation. This teaches the corporate manager to stay calm in fluctuating situation, handling stress as a transient state
Mm-hmm.
rather than being overwhelmed by it.
Yes. Yes.
And learning how to manage stress itself teaches you that you can handle any situation.
Yes. Yes.
That is why when a seasoned manager
Mhm.
is faced with dire situation, he doesn't go to refer books.
Mm-hmm.
In his own mind, he takes that deep breath
Yes.
and he is ready to face that stress. And that is what is the crux of the success of that manager.
Yeah, yes. And as you know, there are rules in the business one has to follow. Because for the masses to manage, you have to have some rules. But a leader also has to follow the rules. But he needs to have some self-discipline. Because only then you are a leader, then people will follow you. So how has Sri Krishna kind of told Arjuna the importance of self-discipline?
It is extremely important in any situation.
Yes.
Self-discipline may appear to be very strict and hard word.
Yes.
There is a lot of sense behind that.
Mm-hmm.
And let us see a slok related with this in the
Yeah.
Bhagwat Geeta.
Mm-hmm.
It comes in chapter 6,
Mm-hmm.
slok 5. And it narrates like this: Uddharet Atma.
Mm-hmm.
Uddharet is the make yourself above everyone.
Yes.
Atmanam na atmanam avasadayet.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see the meaning
Yes.
later. Atma eva hi atmano bandhu.
Mm-hmm.
Atma eva ripuhu atmana. So Lord Krishna tells him this: elevate yourself
Yes.
through self-discipline.
Okay.
And how to do that? Consistently training one's mind
Yes.
results in attaining higher goals in life.
Mm-hmm.
And that is nothing but an untrained mind does not take us anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
When used positively, the mind can be a powerful friend. Whereas if you do not use that mind properly,
Yes.
then it can be an enemy as well. How?
Mm.
Mind is a powerful tool granted to us,
Yes.
which not only helps us uplift ourselves, but also helps us acquire skills to make friends.
Mm-hmm.
Hence, we must train our minds well.
Yes.
And self-discipline is the first aspect of training our mind.
Yes.
Effective management requires self-regulation, constant learning, and discipline to develop skills. That results in creating a better team and a better organization. I'll narrate a small example from my own career.
Yes.
Way back in 1980s,
Yeah.
I had over 20 years of experience in my Air Force service. That taught me a great deal in accident investigation.
Yes.
I had conducted a number of investigations.
Mm-hmm.
And I was also to undergo a training at the Investigation Training School of National Transportation Safety Board of United States in Oklahoma.
Okay.
And there were people like me with bags of experience
Mm-hmm.
came to join the training course with all sorts of experiences and knowledge behind them. So we were 20 of us in the class.
Yes.
And the first opening day, they used to call it instructor.
Mm-hmm.
Instructor is nothing but a guru.
Yes.
So he came on the podium and he distributed a paperish to all of us, and he displayed on the screen a set of 12 questions.
Yes.
So we understood it's a test. And he introduced himself and politely told us that this is a small test at the beginning of the course. So please answer these 12 questions on your pads and let us compare them after you have done it. It took 10 minutes to answer those
Yes.
questions.
Yes.
And at the end of that, we thought that our pants should be collected and papers should be checked, etc. Nothing like that. The instructor said that I will display the answers. You check your own answers and mark yourself how many questions you answered correctly and how many questions you have answered wrongly or you have not answered.
Yes.
So we did our own individual checking, and at the end of that, the instructor said, those who have 10 correct answers, raise your hands.
Yes. Okay.
No hand came up.
Okay.
He came down to 9 questions. I like that.
Yes.
He came down up to 5 questions. Then the first hand came up.
Okay. Right.
Etc. At the end of that, he just uttered one sentence. That is why we need training.
Yes.
So it was an excellent way
Yes.
of bringing this point home
Yes.
that constant training
Yes.
is how essential, and that emphasizes
Yes.
your skills become sharper.
Yes, yes, and it is so interesting. Actually, I had made a note somewhere on training, if I am mistaken not. Yes, I wanted to ask you on that question on the continuous learning and self-development. And I think actually you're in the flow, and it's so good to see that you have actually covered that through this your life experience.
Yeah, let us talk about it right now.
Yes.
Now that you have raised the question.
Yes.
All right. That is continuous learning and
Yes.
self-improvement.
Improvement. Yes.
Absolutely. This is very much essential. You see, what happens is, once a manager or a leader becomes experienced, he feels, oh, I know everything.
Correct.
And I don't have to learn anything further.
Yes.
It doesn't stop there, friends.
Mm-hmm.
Because learning is a continuous process. And not only learning, you need to keep abreast with the developments happening.
Yes, yes.
Like I personally see it. Having about 20 years of experience in Air Force.
Yes.
Thereafter, having over 40 years of experience in the civil aviation, I still feel that I have not learned everything.
My goodness, that 60 years is not even my age today. Seriously.
That keeps my inquisitiveness alive.
Yes, yes.
And I keep abreast with the developments happening around.
So what you are saying really in terms of training is a manager should not become complacent.
Absolutely. Complacency is the biggest enemy of successful managers.
Yes, yes.
And if you keep that complacency away,
Yes,
you will do wonders in your life.
yes.
Again, complacency we don't choose. It just happens.
Correct.
Or enters our
I
life.
suppose, yes, exactly.
Because of that feeling that I have achieved everything. If you do not shut your inquisitiveness, you will not attain complacency every time.
Yes, I mean you're talking really of the very high kind of life, but I would like to probably give a very simple example
Sure.
to somebody. Is that we drive the cars all the time, and to me it's like a second nature. But the moment you're complacent, either you're going to crash into someone or someone is going to crash into you.
Correct.
And that's the reason I suppose that complacency is very, very dangerous.
That's right. That is what is the importance of continuation training.
Yes.
This word continuation training I am used all over the
Yes.
corporate world,
Yep.
and it is very much essential. Normally, when there is a budget crunch, or in art parlance we used to say, tighten your belt.
Yes. Yeah. Correct. Yes.
So while tightening the belt, first acts always comes on training. This Senior managers always think, oh, it's a useless expense. So first acts and they cut down the training budget. That is one of the biggest follies.
I think you are absolutely right. That is seen as an unnecessary, avoidable expense on the the budget list.
Absolutely. I'll quote an example, practical example of this nature. That happened way back in year 2000, where I was doing that accident investigation of the Gulf Air accident of Airbus A320 airplane.
Mm-hmm.
On the 23rd of August, this aeroplane went into the sea while landing at Bahrain airport. While analyzing and investigating that accident, we came across some part known as the continuation drill.